What is one lesson that law firms learned after the recession but failed to apply during the pandemic?
Well, it's always risky to make generalizations, particularly about entities that can be so diverse and almost unique as law firms. But some law firms exited from both events much better managed and better able to face the challenges of the future. Others, however, and I would dare say most, exited almost like the deer caught in the headlamps and tried to go back to the good old days, which actually for most of them weren't really that good at all. But as a general observation, however, I think that the Great Recession made most law firms much more aware and more disciplined about the need to understand profitability, particularly cash flow. They became more aware of the need to anticipate changes in the markets for legal services and the impact that developments out in business in the geopolitical setting could have on them and their business success. The failure, which appeared for many law firms at the outset of the pandemic and which I believe continued afterward, has been a failure to plan for the next big worldwide disaster. I think one of the lessons that are not fully learned from both experiences was the need to expect unexpected change and to manage it better. In our firm, we like to remind our clients and ourselves that one constant in today's world is change. And law firms need to improve how they manage it and its effects on their clients and their own bottom line. Shrugging off disasters by saying, who could have anticipated this? It just no longer works. So, to return to the Great Recession and the COVID pandemic, the recession was predictable. As early as 2003, our firm began advising our law firm clients to expect a multinational economic disruption, probably triggered by a collapse in the real estate finance sector in the United States by the end of the decade. The pandemic, by contrast, was not predictable, killing over 1 million people in the US alone. But it should have been anticipated. And we saw in the pandemic that law firms that had a disaster response plan or a business continuation plan, even if it was badly flawed, nonetheless survived better the effects of the pandemic than those that had no plan at all.